Hi, it's Joy, and today I'm going to be watching The Wheel of Time Season 3 teaser trailer, which I can't believe I'm saying. It is currently 11:30 at night. I was just going about my day. I know there is a panel going on somewhere in Brazil, but I'm not able to watch the panel. I think there's some sort of interview thing that I'm going to try and watch later. And then I was just refreshing my YouTube, and there it was, the beautiful teaser trailer. I have not watched it yet. I'm going to react to it. I'm so excited. If this is your first time stumbling across my channel, hello. I have reacted to seasons 1 and 2 of The Wheel of Time. I adore it. It is one of my absolute favourite things to have ever existed. I am not a book reader. I hadn't actually really heard of The Wheel of Time before the show came out, otherwise I probably would have read the books. And because I'm reacting to the show, I have chosen to put the books aside for now, and when the show is finished, I will read them and have that experience. Normally, I would be someone that would want to read the books first, but because of my reactions, I thought it's sort of more fun, and I found the show first, so it's like a nice way for me to watch it. So yes, please do not spoil anything in the comments. If you do, you will lose everything forever and be blocked from the channel. And yes, but I am so excited for this because it's been too long since season 2, and I'm just relieved that we're getting season 3 soon. Like, we're not having to wait until the end of the year. Amazon Prime have maybe finally realized they don't have to do one show a year. They'll do one every 6 months. I don't know. I'm ready. Let's go. Okay, so I'm gonna try and I think do like a straight watch, and then I might go back and do lots of pausing. We'll see. Maureen, you doing okay?
The world is changing. Who knows how deep the shadow's roots have taken hold here?
I love them so much.
I have seen 1,000 futures. In every future where I lived, Rand dies.
Okay, well, let's have a future where you both
The
live.
way he lives is if I don't.
Well, that's like, I agree, I disagree.
You cannot afford to fail again.
Fucking hell. March 13th! March 13th. Oh my god, that is actually perfect. That is so beyond perfect. Okay, so my initial thoughts from my first watch of that trailer are, like, as someone who has zero idea what to expect from this, like, I don't know what a lot of these things mean. Like, I don't know, but I am beyond excited. So it looks like we're gonna have the characters splitting up again, which makes sense with an ensemble cast like this. It looks like the girls are gonna go back to the White Tower, which makes sense. Rand and Moiraine are continuing on their journeys. I think I saw a brief glimpse of Lan like training Rand, which I'm so excited about. And then yeah, I don't really want to think about Moiraine's whole visions of the future where every single time she lives, Rand dies, and then if Rand gets to live, she has to die, because I love them both, and that is unacceptable to me and actually quite offensive, and I'm not happy with her for speaking those words into existence, especially when I have to wait a couple of months to even get the first episode, let alone the whole season. And like I said, I have no idea. Like, for all I know, this show's going to break my heart next season, and I will struggle to keep watching, but we will find out. So yes, this looks like as Rand. That looks like what Moiraine was wearing, I think. And then these look like they're maybe going to the... Oh my lord, my brain fog. Another thing you should know about me is that I have chronic fatigue syndrome, myalgic encephalomyelitis, ME, and one of the things it causes me is brain fog. And the main way my brain fog seems to manifest is I used to be someone that I would hear a name once, remember it forever, and now names escape me. And it has been a while since I've watched The Wheel of Time. I'm definitely going to be rewatching it at least once, if not twice, before season 3 comes out. But I can't remember the name of the people. Oh my god. This is my favourite show. How have I forgotten that? The people that the sand people that Rand is descended from. You know who I mean. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I hate myself right now. It looks like we're with them. Is this maybe one of their cities or something? And then, you know, I'm concerned. Very pretty. White Tower. Rain. Rand has hair again. I approve. Lan, I love you. Hello. See, I did say at one point in the trailer, I was like, I love them all. Not this bitch. I don't love this bitch.
Who knows how deep the
Nice
shadows'
tiara.
roots have
But
taken.
so that's interesting. She's putting on a crown.
Knows how deep the shadows.
Excuse me. Give me a moment, please, Swam. She's putting on a crown, but she's still wearing her novice robes. Now is she's next in line, right? I thought she was the daughter heir. She's the heir to the throne, so does that mean like her parents are gonna die and she's gonna become queen?
Knows how
Or
deep
just
the
a
shadows'
princess
roots
crown?
have
I
taken
don't
hold
know.
here.
Who is that? Like that? Is that um oh my lord, Leandrin and Lanfear sitting on the Amelin seat? Okay. Is she having is that like a future telling orb? I don't know.
I have seen.
There. Is this okay? So we Gawain going through the arches.
Thousand futures.
How have you seen 1,000 futures? And can we trust those thousand futures? I personally don't trust them because I believe in a future where you and Rand are both alive until very old age. And given that you're an Aes Sedai, that is extremely old age for you. Actually, is it just all magic users? I mean, yeah, no, Rand might go crazy, and I'm not. Let's not think about that. Excuse me. Fighty times. I love you, Nynaeve. She's back in her White Tower outfits. Oh my god. They're together. I mean, they don't look happy to be lying down together necessarily right now, but they are physically in the same room, which after last season I will take. Moiraine looking very dramatically upside down. Yep. Why are you upside down? Please stop being upside down. Training. That makes me so happy. I'm sorry, this is making zero sense. Like, you have watched and done it yourself, but they're training. That makes me beyond happy. I loved the like tiny moment in the second season where Lan is like, oh, you know, if you or you've been practicing your sword fighting techniques or whatever, and I see that's that kind of technique. I think you should do this kind of technique or whatever. Those are not the exact words he used. It is indeed a triumph and a hell of a fun ride. It's not always fun. I mean, it's always fun. It's also very traumatizing at times.
In every future.
Okay, so two people strolling through some sand or snow. I'm not very good at telling the difference between the two right now. It looks like sand. Okay, Neil. I know it can be snow. It's snow. Yeah, but you're both gonna live, okay? So Moiraine, can you stop saying this? You're both gonna live. Fancy tree. Angsty Rand. I don't want to see Rand dying. Thank you very much. I'm not going to go back and like. I completely were done with this bitch. So these could also be flashbacks. And are they fighting? Jesus Christ.
As if I don't.
I mean, okay, a big plus here with this, as much as like what Moirain's saying, I don't believe and I disagree with. Fundamentally, it goes against actually my core beliefs. My core beliefs are that she and Rand will both live. In fact, that everyone I love in the show will continue to live. Those are my core beliefs, and I have based my entire mental well-being around those core beliefs. But is the fact that she is telling Lan, okay, season 2 Moiraine would have been like, keep it to myself. I don't want Lan to get hurt. I've got to do it by myself. Season 3 Moiraine is telling Lan about the traumatic things she's witnessed. She's telling Lan about what she's worrying about. This is what we want. This is how we like them. This is the team we want from them. So while I disagree with what she's saying it to him, and that makes me happy.
As if I don't.
And some fighting. I love him. That looks like Rand having a magic explosion, maybe. And then where are we here? With this people whose name I need to remember. Vitch is back. I mean, I don't know who that handsome looking man is. I'm guessing maybe one of our girlies will get a... Oh my god. Just call them wardens. Oh, this is awful. It's purely my brain fog. Like like a book that I've read 1,000 times, I will forget the main character's name of at the moment. It drives me insane. So we've got our seer friend, we have Matt. Side note, and I will probably talk about this, I will definitely talk about this when season 3 comes out. I saw, oh my god, now I can't remember his freaking name. Donald Finn? Oh my lord. The actor who plays Matt in season 2 and 3 and onwards. You know his name, I know his name. I saw him in Hadestown in London and he was amazing. It was brilliant. Yeah, that's the softly soft, no, did you say softly soft? I don't know, she was creepy. Talking to evil lady. More kissing, but that kind of looked like either this looks like dream or flashback kissing. Potentially they're in like the hut, so probably dream kissing. Maybe communicating in a dream. Like if we saw Leandrin and potentially Lanfear like on the Amelin seat, then maybe like she's got to go into hiding or something. But given how they left things, I wasn't expecting much kissing, so it could also be memory kissing. No, safe. Oh, looks like he's gonna be moving on, which is he needs to. Okay, see like just angsty looks. Angsty looks everywhere we go. Also that looks like Rand's mum, right? Dead, baby bump, baby gone. Rand's father, or like her brother, I don't know. I don't want to assume the man's relation, but someone who cares about her being like, ah, she's dead, ah, the baby's gone, ah. Which I would like to know more about where Rand came from. This is another thing. Lan and Rand both sound similar, and my brain fog is like they are the same name. They are very much not the same name. Oh, she's looking all angsty. Fight, I mean, you're bloody and fighting. And oh, Perrin, be careful, please. Oh, this worries me. Okay, I love her. I love her two wardens. I need them all to be okay, and this concerns me because I don't think they're going to be okay. Yep, bad news. I don't want to look about that too much.
You cannot afford to fail again.
And then, why are they alone in the desert together? Okay, because them being alone in the desert, looking quite dehydrated together, does not bode well for my plan for them to both survive. They need to not be in the desert together, looking quite dehydrated. I'm so sorry. It is almost midnight. Like I'm doing this at like 11:30 at night, and now it's like 20 to midnight. Like, I mean, admittedly, yeah, I stay up this late normally, but my brain was not mentally like today was a day off from reacting. My brain's been switched off all day. I wasn't anticipating a trailer. I knew there was a panel. I think I just thought there'd be like a little bit of information, maybe a release date. I wasn't expecting a teaser trailer, so I'm very sorry for whatever the mess this has been. This show is everything to me, and then yeah. Like, why would I care about these shows when the Wheel of Time exists? Like, I love the Wheel of Time. Like, there are no words for what this show means to me. And even if like, even without like, even without if the show had just been like something that I just kind of enjoyed and it was fine, the welcome I got from like the Wheel of Time community on here was amazing. And like, even if I don't have the same for season 3, that's totally fine. It just made this special thing even more special. Like this, I remember watching the first episode of The Wheel of Time, and it felt like I was coming home. It felt like this was a show I had been craving and didn't know I needed. And like I said, if I wasn't reacting, I think I would have paused the first episode within like 20 minutes and pre-ordered the entire book series. Not pre-ordered because they're already out. Ordered the entire book series. So I adore this. Now it looks like it's shaping up to be a phenomenal season. Definitely more of the same in the sense of fantastically breathtaking sets and plots and acting, beautiful characters that I'm in love with, going through terrible angst and suffering and making me suffer alongside them. And yeah, I am so excited. So now I have like a few vague ideas of where the plot might be going. Like it looks like Rand's gonna go and explore like part of his heritage or whatever, and like Elaine, Egwene, and oh my lord, Nynaeve. Again, I think also it's late at night, so my brain fog is being particularly bad. The Aiel. They're called the Aiel, right? The sand people. They're called the Aiel. Please tell me they're called the Aiel because I'm really proud of my brain. Like I think my subconscious has been thinking about that this entire time since I first was like the sand people. The Aiel. Yep, that's what they're called. But it looks like the girls have gone back to the White Tower to continue their training or whatever. Elaine's doing something with a crown, but then at the same time, we also do see Egwene with Rand at one point at least. Obviously, I don't know the sequence of events here. They could go multiple different ways. Potentially, we saw Egwene in the Arches with another girl. So I wonder if maybe two novices go through the Arches at the same time. If that was her going through the Arches, I would be fascinated to see what she experiences, because it was heartbreaking and awful to watch Nynaeve go through it, but it was also really character, like, I mean, it gave you an even greater understanding of her character than you already had. And I would love to have the same with every single character, but of course, the ones who can go through this with Egwene. Although, given what she went through last season, if she spent this season having a bath and a picnic, I would support that wholeheartedly. I mean, pretty much for all of the characters, but in particular, what Egwene went through last season, if she just has a nice time, has some naps, gets to eat some chocolate, reads a book, I will be okay with that. Obviously, that is not what's going to happen, but she deserves a rest. Um, but yeah, I'm really excited to see. Now, I feel like there was a lot of land fear in this, and I kind of no, she didn't die at the end of the last season, but I kind of hope that like because the other Forsaken was like, oh, you've had your chance, it's my turn now, and she was like, oh, we'll save you, Rand, or whatever. I hope she was gonna like scuttle away somewhere and be out of sight. I suppose she might actually be useful because she's more like she cares about Rand in a very weird, creepy way, and maybe if the other Forsaken are like, kill dragon, and she's like, no, manipulate dragon, she might actually help us against them. The enemy of my enemy is someone I will work with against my will. Um, yeah, maybe. So it might be a good thing that she's around, but she also did seem very evil and creepy, but that's just her. We only got a tiny glimpse of the other Forsaken in this, and we know that they're all awake as well, so we've only seen those two. So yeah, rounds were going there. Perrin like was fighting and wolf-eyeing, and I just also having some nice kisses, and good for as long as he's happy, good for him. We didn't see too much of Matt either in this, but obviously this was only a teaser trailer. I'm assuming at some point there will be a full trailer, and I will probably react to that, depending on how close it is to season 3 coming out. If it's like within a couple of weeks of season 3, I might just be like, I've seen the teaser, I'll wait and go into season 3 with just the teaser behind me. But if it comes out in like January or even February, probably I will watch it. But I don't know either way. We will see. Um, yeah, like today I saw it existed and I was like, I'm not waiting. Um, yeah, plot wise, there wasn't a whole lot of information. Now, one thing that does really intrigue me is where Moiraine had these visions, because she says like she saw countless visions, multiple visions, like of every possible future. She Doctor Stranged it, and she didn't see one future where they could both be alive. And I personally find that, like I said, it's offensive to me, this idea, okay? I don't care how unrealistic this is, I'm living in my denial bubble that everyone's gonna make it through, and that's where I live, and I like it here right now. But I mean, this is book 4, I believe. I saw it said somewhere like this is they're adapting more or less book 4. Maybe it'll go into book 5. I don't know. Again, I don't want spoilers. So there are lots more books. Are there 8 or 9 books? Are there even more than that? There are lots of books in this series. I'm so excited to read it one day, to have like my life consumed by it fully, even more so than the show already consumes it. Surely they won't kill Moraine or Rand in book 4 unless there's resurrection. I don't know. I'm cool with resurrection, by the way. If you want to kill someone and bring them back, I support you. No, so that was obviously stressful, but what makes me really excited about this season, other than its existence, because the existence of this season makes me really excited for this season, I cannot lie about it, is the fact that for so much of season 2 our characters were separated. Rand in particular was basically on his own for a big chunk, and then like he was with Moiraine, and then he was on his own again. And I like the fact that it seems like he and Moiraine are, at least for part of it, going to be very much together. Lan is there as well. Lan and Moiraine are going to be together. That makes me so happy, because obviously it was hard to watch last season when we'd been shown so clearly how much they mean to each other and how special and important their bond is, between Aes Sedai and the, oh my god, I've been saying Warden, it's Warder, isn't it? Brain fog, please forgive me. Like it's late at night. I'm sorry. Um, and to see that they are not only physically together, but also she is telling him about the traumatic things she's gone through. Now, I don't know, maybe she's been worrying about this for a week and he's been sensing it and been like, hey, want to talk? And she's been like, no, I'm fine. And she eventually tells him, but she does tell him. Um, and that is important as well. Obviously it's going to be fascinating to see, like, Rand is declared now, like at least in like the one city, but news will travel, and some people might say, of course people are going to say there's been a dragon. People say that all the time. It doesn't mean everyone in the world will necessarily believe it, but Rand has declared himself as the dragon now. um Moiraine is not only exiled from the White Tower, but very much on the outs with the White Tower. They're not happy with her, and Moiraine and Rand have had a very intense relationship between the two of them. Um, I do believe he does trust her, but at the same time, the stakes and everything they're dealing with are just so extreme that I'm really excited to see how their dynamic continues in the next season. And I do hope we get some scenes with everybody together, like even if it's just a few, but like the brief moments in that final battle where the whole crew were together. I mean, admittedly, Moraine and Lan were on the beach, but like when all of the kids from the Two Rivers and Elaine were there and they were together, I loved it so much. And yeah, I hope we get more of that. Plot wise, like I said, it seems like we're off to see the Aiel, and I remembered their names, and I'm so proud of myself. My brain fog, you didn't defeat me today. Um, More of the White Tower, which I'd always like to see more of the White Tower, although I'm extremely concerned because it does potentially, I mean, as we left things, there were sort of, we know Leandrin is making plays within the White Tower. She's doing it for the Dark One, she's doing it for the Darkness, but it does seem as though that might not go well, which then probably wouldn't bode very well for the people we like who are in the tower. Um, so we will see how it all shakes out, but I'm just so excited to see more of this world, and I love this show so much. March 13th. That is not too far away. That is so much, like when the Rings of Power was on earlier in the year, like I really like the Rings of Power. I thought season 2 was actually really, really good. But I was sort of thinking like, oh, this is on and it's gonna be a whole year till I have to wait for Wheel of Time. Because the Wheel of Time is my show, it's my life, it's my soul. I love it. Um and now I get it back on March 13th. And yeah, there's actually I'm doing a really fun like course that ends on the 20th of March. So like right when that ends, I'm gonna be in the bubble of Wheel of Time. So that's really nice because I was really like feeling sad about this thing ending. And so now right when that sad thing is happening, I'm gonna be stressed about something else. So that is perfect. I love this show. I love all of these characters so dearly and so deeply, and I'm so fucking excited. A reminder that my reactions to season 1 and 2 are all on YouTube. You can find them. And yes, thank you so much for watching.